everyone. I hope everyone's day is great. Okay. I don't know where to begin. Ever since I was young, I always had the conversation with, God. And I was just sitting here. And he brought up all that. So I'll do my best. Try to put it on here. I don't know if I spoke about all this before, but anyway, I'll do my best. And I hope this helps. I always had the conversation with him about first, because when I was younger, I always asked, why is it that I don't understand, whatever it may be. Then as I got older, I always asked, okay, I know why I don't understand. Why is it that, a lot of people don't understand? It's like what you do that it could affect someone. Or, what was done to you. Why would someone do it to someone else? Because it's not going to make you feel better. It's only going to make it even more, I don't know, I guess, deeper. And by continuing to do something to someone else, you're only making it deeper and deeper. Instead of taking care of it or learning about whatever it may be, or speaking up. Sorry, excuse me. To someone, take, well, really anybody. Like the kids today, they're, like I said, schools are just started and all these children are being bullied, and all that. We need to if anybody's going through anything, you know it's affecting the kids. And they really don't realize that they're acting out because maybe they're afraid to speak to their parents, or they don't have anybody. Instead of, trying to learn, what you could do. Like when I was growing up, I could speak to my parents, but not really. And I couldn't even speak to the teachers either. And I think that pushed me even more to learn about everything. Doesn't matter what it would be. Like I don't understand why there's so much chaos and problems, and where no one can just solve it. Everything can be solved. It's like what I said before, that I do remember saying, that you'll listen to lies more than you would go and find out what the truth is. Instead, like I said, instead of going and finding out what the truth is, not thinking, who you can, hurt or whatever in the process, not knowing what the truth is. Especially, if it's wrong, which is a lie, and then you get mad, or someone tells you to go do something or whatever. That's what I mean. Everyone has common sense. Everyone knows the difference. I don't know why everything has to be some type of I don't know, a drama or dramatic. Like when I finally got the truth, about my nationality, I looked it up. To see what it looked like. What they did And what I don't understand is, I don't know why that someone, or anyone could actually take the time and, learn about somebody, you know, by listening or helping them solve something. You made that person's day. And everyone can recognize if someone's having a bad day or whatever. If you have, you know, you could go and try to, cheer them up or whatever. I don't understand that you don't take the time. I mean, it's bad enough that time goes by so fast. Anyway, like, or get to know your grandparents. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't twist it. Now, if someone's abusive or, as everybody calls them, karmic or whatever, uses words and, puts people down, etc., etc., you get what I mean. No, you need to step away from them. I'm talking about, ones who brought you up and did everything for you as best they could. That, like I said, you should break bread, with your family, have dinners once a week or whatever, give a phone call, check in on people. But you need to truly, mean it. Because, as the saying goes, you never know. That's why, you're supposed to live of the now and plan for the future. Or picture how the future will be, the near future. This way you can have that goal and work on it. I mean, I was told to just bring up, people are in fear constantly. I mean, it's like you can look in a book, look something up. You could go on the internet to learn how to fix things and stuff like that. But just in life general, to learn things, That's not in a book. That's because everyone's different. Everyone has their own purpose. Everyone has their own you. So that can't go in the book. I mean, unless, you write about a person, whatever. What I don't understand is, you know, why is it that ones look at, oh, well, that person's dumb, that person's this, that person's nerdy, that person's whatever. Why is that? Now, take the bullies, that that needs to stop because children are doing it. I mean, that's been around. I mean, I was bullied, from first grade. I mean, come on, all through. I mean, I guess because I kept saying I don't understand, I don't understand. But not that I got used to it. It was just that, I don't know. I just knew to ignore it. But some things you can't. When I first, you know, came here, I noticed I had two teachers that had the kids grade where, we had to, mix up the papers and then hand them back out for the class to grade. They would give, the teacher would give the answers and they marked it wrong or, whatever. But the thing is, I was new. So, of course, they were mostly all wrong. I mean, yeah, you got to bring home the paper. But then, when my parents noticed it, after a while, the teachers couldn't do that anymore because everything that they marked wrong was actually right. And because my parents went up, the teacher actually made up all kinds of excuses because I came from a Catholic school. That's why they wanted to fail me. Because, I don't know, they said that my school, where I came from, was a year or two behind. And then, when that didn't fly, they said because I was too small for my age. Okay. And with that one, they tried to, fail. I think it was 5 of us. And this is what I'm saying. It shouldn't matter if you're new to a school, how you look. Everyone should get to, along with everyone. You're going there to learn. You know, I mean, you're not going to learn, if you find out what nationality you are, learn about, different countries or whatever. Learn about people. Instead of, making up lies. Because, like I said in my other videos, when I have a conversation with God, I'm not only praying for myself, my family. I like to include everybody, around the world. You know, I was, somebody asked me, I was trying to, speak to someone a while back. And that's when I found out, well, I better be quiet. Because they were like, well, how come you're always going through all this? Well, if I knew, you know, and they always and they asked, well, why do you have all these ones around you? Well, because I do. But that doesn't mean that I'm better than anybody. I'm not famous. It's just part of me. But remember, it's not only my team that's around me. I mean, they're around wherever I go, or country, whatever. They're all there. But I also have spirit around me, as I said. I have I can't really say, but I can say I have every archangel and every powerful one all around me. And this is how I learn. So this is why I said there should be more communication, but also listening. And you need to pay attention how ones act. Whoever has children, you need to have that connection, that bond. Because if you don't recognize that your child is being bullied, they're going to hold that in. And then you'll find out when it's too late if they do anything. I always said, they learn in school. And if you build up your community and all that, everyone helps each other. And you notice things. That's how you'll learn about life, what's out there. Everyone can learn off of anybody. And like I said, when we first moved, well, we were also the only kids on the block too. But where we used to live, the whole neighborhood kept an eye out for each other. And then when we moved here, well, where I was, everyone looked out for each other. Then it started to change. I mean, like I said, change is great, but you don't change what's inside. I mean, most parents, teach you, manners, respect, and etc. We were taken care of. I don't know what the big deal is of checking in on, a parent or whatever. And again, as long as, they were good, you get what I mean. I mean, I guess I'll title it Understand or something like that. I don't know, don't tell me, but really, I really don't understand how we're not where we should be in 2024. And I know deep down, ones that are holding that, the past, what was done, and bringing it forward with them. And as your children grow up, they're learning it. And this isn't because, you know, all I want, you know, is to spread love and peace and, you know, light. I'm not saying all this because of all that. That's just me. I always said since I was little, oh, I'm going to change the world. I heard that saying once. I was like, yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change the world. I mean, that time I didn't know what I was saying, but, you know. But as I grew up, I noticed what I was saying. And we will. That's why I always said, we can't let fear hold us. We need to learn how to speak up respectfully, and, you know, if we have to, we put people in their place. You know, when you always knew that you were, you know, not different, you know, as you were growing up, well, with me, I always said, no way am I going to be like that. No, not like that. I'm not going to do that, and I'm not going to do that. But I also didn't speak up either, what ones were doing. When it, you know, ones tried to get me involved or whatever. I mean, I tried a few times, but, you know, ones around always said, nope, be quiet. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, after a while, you know, you don't speak. So this is why I always brought that up. Because at the same time, you don't speak up, you hold everything in. But I also had to learn, and I learned that from God, that you can't hold things in. You need to do something. Or, you know, to heal it. And then when time came, I started speaking up. I wasn't going to hear, be quiet. You don't know what you don't know what you're talking about. I had to learn. But I also had to get all that healed first. Everything, as I was growing up, it's like today, it's really hard. This is why, not only me, you need to, like I said, we need to, go to God or our spiritual team, our guides, ancestors, whoever you want to speak to of the light, just talk to them, and whatever answer you want to hear, they'll show you. Like I said in my other video, I wanted a coffee, or I'll just say that was one of them. I wanted a coffee, and I mentioned a name of a coffee. But I didn't, I couldn't decide. And I didn't know where to go. But the thing I started to see on, little signs or whatever, come get coffee, or get coffee. And then I saw it 3 times. And with 2, I saw the coffee I wanted. But with the 3rd one, I don't know, it just clicked. I was like, I guess I'm going to get a coffee because I saw it 3 times. I'm saying you need to, heal yourself. That's one. You need to know yourself. You need to communicate. You need to listen and understand. There is so much that is being repeated, and it needs to stop. I mentioned a lot in my other videos, that we need to make, our communities and stuff like that around the world better. Each day, maybe, like I said, you get a town, I don't know, meaning get everybody together with ideas. One day you do this, the next day you do a different thing, you know. But to heal yourself also, you know, it could mean a lot of things. But you need a professional, you know, a doctor to, you know, help you. You need to make sure that you're balanced. Now, I'm not saying, you know, you need to forgive what happened and for you to make it better. I say, well, I'm not going to be like that. Because remember, one should know what karma is now, by now. What happened to you, we need to, you know, what happened to us in the past or whatever, we need to heal that. Forgive. I'm not saying forget, because, you know, if we're going down that path again, we'll be reminded. I'm not saying, you know, it depends on if you speak to them still or whatever, you know, or just tell God you forgive a person. But we all need to move on. Come up with ideas to make it better. Remember, everybody goes through whatever. Some things you might go through the same thing. You never know. You know, you might meet somebody that went through the same thing, you know. You both talk about it or something to help each other. You know, you could, you know, figure out, well, okay, that all happened. What can we do now? Involve yourself in something or whatever. Like I said, you need to push yourself to the front. Start speaking positive. I could do this. I'm a winner. And by doing that, you know, all the lies and everything will start going away. All the negative. Put it this way, all that doesn't belong. And it shouldn't have been there. you know, I know today it's like, if you talk to somebody, you know, you need to, recognize that too. You talk to somebody, and then next minute, everything that you thought you were in, like a private conversation is all out there. And that's what I can't stand. You know, because by speaking to people, you'll learn something. Also, okay, well, they went through that. Okay, if I recognize any signs of that, I know to walk away. No matter whatever you go through, that, you know, you had a bad day or something terrible happened or whatever, you have to change it to make it good. Like, okay, I will not go through that again. And you'll know what to recognize next time. I'm not saying nothing's easy, but, it is hard. Some people heal slower, some heal quickly. It depends. But it only takes you. To change that. If you want to, make it better. This way you could start helping others. Like I said, I mean, I guess there's a lot more than I thought that don't understand. And that's why I always want to learn something. I mean, it depends what it is, that I don't understand. I have to find out. Okay, why don't I understand something? Or I mean, before it used to be, well, someone lied. I don't do that anymore. But I do know and I was shown our team Empire, we're going to do it. Where, you know, where, you know, we're going to get everyone to come together, you know, help each other in our community, you know, get our kids, you know, different, I don't know, activities or whatever to keep them busy instead of, you know, going out and doing all kinds of stuff. We're going to make it happen. But anyway, if you see the video, then I did decide to put it up. But anyway, I have to go fix something. And this is the last thing I'm going to fix. But anyway. Anywho, I hope everybody has a great day. Sending lots of love, peace, light, and positive thoughts all around the world. And some coffee or whatever you drink to start your day. I don't even know what day it is. I think Sunday. Happy Sunday. Wait. No. I think today's Saturday. Well, either way, whatever day it is, I think it's Saturday. Well, I'll figure it out later, but happy day. I mean, I hope this helps. I might put it up. I might change it. Don't know. But like I said, if you hear it, then I was told to put this one up. Anyway, ciao.